Salam alaikum everyone. In today's video, we will be discussing about the aggregate price level as a portion of the course called the monetary fiscal policy. I am Tanjeem Hassan and the last three digits of my student ID number is 105. So in order to know about the aggregate price level, let's see what the aggregate price level is. The aggregate price level refers to the average level of prices in an economy. The policymakers and economists closely monitor these changes as they have significant implications for monetary policy, consumer purchasing power, investment decision, and overall economic health. So the aggregate price level will be measured by three indexes. The first one is GDP deflator, the second one is PCE deflator, and the last one is CPI, which means the consumer price index. So let's see the GDP deflator. The GDP deflator is a measure used to adjust nominal GDP for changes in price from a base year to reflect the real economic growth. It's a broader measure of inflation compared to the CPI because it includes all goods and services produced, not just those consumed by consumers. The formula to calculate the GDP deflator is the GDP deflator equal to the nominal GDP divided by the real GDP into 100. Then the consumer price index, also called the CPI. The CPI measures the average changes over time in the prices paid by the urban consumers for a basket of goods and services. It's a widely used indicator to understand inflation trends and the cost of living. Government use the CPI to make adjustment to various economic variables such as wages, pensions, taxes, and to account for inflation. The last one is PCE deflator. Like the CPI measure inflation, however, it specifically focuses on goods and services consumed by the individuals. The PCE deflator is used to calculate the real GDP, adjusting the nominal GDP by removing the effects of inflation. The formula to calculate the PCE deflator is the nominal PCE divided by the real PCE into 100. The real PCE is calculated by adjusting the nominal PCE for inflation, typically using a base year's prices. So as per the summary, we have just discussed about the aggregate price level. So each of these indicates, which means the PCE deflator, the GDP deflator, and the CPI indicates serves a specific purpose in measuring inflation and price changes within an economy, catering to different areas of economic activity and consumption. The policymakers and economists use these three measures, which means the PCE deflator, the GDP deflator, and the CPI, to make informed decision about fiscal and monetary policy, as well as to understand the consumer behavior and the impact on economy. So thank you everyone. We just have discussed about the aggregate price level, and we have now know that the three index to calculate the average level of prices in the economy is the CPI, which means the consumer price index, which is calculated by the prices of an average household food basket, and the GDP deflator and the PCE deflator. These three indicators will be measured and analyzed to calculate the aggregate price level, which will be a variable to the economists and the policymakers in order to know how the market is going on. So if you need to know anything about the PCE deflator, GDP deflator, or the aggregate price level, or the monetary fiscal policy, let me know. We will be discussing in head-to-head communication. So thank you everyone. If you have any question, do reach out to me. And that's all for today. Thank you everyone.